Sorry, I didn't even realise I'd pressed start. Hello, and I just thought I'd come on and say something. Not really sure what. Not really sure what's going on anymore. I've just come into town just to buy some cheap veg because there's off the supermarkets are selling off some vegetables for 15p a bag, which is really handy. And as yesterday I saw somebody who was buying them and then putting them in vacuum packs to then use later on. Sorry, I got a bit distracted then, somebody was messaging me. I've ordered a vacuum sealer machine thing, so that's what I'm doing. So then I'll just save, just generally, not even just for prepping, which I have upped my prepping a little bit, but just generally for making it more economical, so making your vegetables last longer, being able to then freeze them and cook them all at the same time, freeze them and then just heat them up will just save a lot of energy as well. So it'll save money and save time as well on too much cooking and preparation. So I've decided it's a good thing to do anyway, regardless of whether it's prepping or not. And then it's always good to have that little bit in the freezer. And then with the nonsense that's going on in the world, nobody really knows what's going to happen. The worst case scenario is that, our last supply of oil is going to be delivered on the 10th of April, and then we have to use our reserves. So I reckon by the end of April, then we're going to be middle to end of April will be rationed, and then I don't know how long the reserves will last. I don't think they'll last that long. But in May, I think we're going to start running into problems. So, the worst case scenario is that nobody can travel anywhere because there's no petrol or diesel, no food deliveries. So that's pretty bad, really, isn't it? And yes, it is. This time, COVID didn't make me anxious at all, but this is making me quite anxious. So, but there's nothing we can do about it really, other than I'm going to be doing live meditation. I don't know if I'm going to do it on Facebook or TikTok, or whether I can work out how to stream them both at the same time. But this is a meditation that I've done before, and it's very good for shifting energies and also for shifting timelines. So it's got that potential, and I'm not saying that's what it's going to do, because I don't know. So it depends a lot on a lot of things. Depends on the collective, what has the most power, and also any interference that's going on as well. So there's quite, we don't know what technology they're using as interference, but I reckon it's better to try and nothing happen than fail and then not try at all, and then we end up in a dystopian nightmare regardless. So I'm going to give that a whirl from tomorrow evening. Not sure what time yet, but I will post something. And so yeah, that's that. And I'm just trying to keep my vibration quite high, because obviously they're trying to induce fear, and that is going to make the vibration collective low, which is what we don't want. And we've just got to really, really understand and embrace our full power. We don't really know what our full power is, and I think they don't want us to, and people are just starting to wake up to their full power, or even part of their power. Even I don't fully understand, but I have experienced snippets of it, and so to be able to do that just at will, rather than being constantly kept in a low frequency, constantly being bombarded with things that tell us that we need to be, that we're not good enough and we're not capable, and that we need somebody to tell us what to do all the time, and all those things are not true. They're trying to take us away from our internal guidance system and our own discernment and intuition and our connection to source and our higher selves. So we don't want that. We've got to stay connected to ourselves, to cosmic energies, and also to each other, because once we lose that connection, then that's it, game over, really. And we're stuck here forever. So I've been using some frequencies just to keep my vibration high, and music and singing, and did some cleaning yesterday, and I came up with a lot of resistance because I don't know what attachment or belief I've created around part of that, of the chaos that's going on, the chaos that was going on last year, the fallout from that, from within my own life. It's created some sort of a belief that's a lot of resistance to just, I think, like letting go of the old, and so that the new can come in. But there's a lot of resistance. That is actually a good sign, because when there's a lot of resistance, that means there's going to be a big breakthrough. So I'm kind of like a bit happy about it in a way, but it's really hard to break through that resistance. So I'm gonna try again, not today because my brother's coming up today. This is bringing Easter eggs, but tomorrow I'm gonna have another go. Just gonna chip away at it every single day. It's not that my house is particularly dirty, it's just that certain parts of it I've neglected quite a lot. And there's a lot of things to sort out still from my mum's, and it's just kind of like weighing me down. So I'm going to have a good old clear out on Sunday, and take a lot of stuff to the tip, I think. Because when I was going through some stuff the other day, and I was like, so I was literally like, when I was clearing out my mum's bungalow, I was literally, there was a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, and I don't think she ever threw anything away in the 20 years that she lived there. And but then there's some things that I just kind of threw in a bag and took to mine to sort out later. And then when I've like looked at them, because I thought at the time they might have some use, or they might have some sentimental value or whatever, but then when I've been sorting through them this last week, I thought, why on earth did I keep that? I think that at the time, so there was all that thing, we thought I was going to lose her, and it was just like, I was just keeping clothes, and I thought that I'd wear them, and I did wear them, some of them, for a little while. And now I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Same with some of her stuff. I've kept some bizarre stuff, really. But anyway, so some of that will be going to the tip, along with some of my stuff, and then I'm ready to bring in the new energies. We need to. That's what's going on in the planet at the moment. We're exposing the dark energies that need to be cleared, and then we've got to do that in order to bring in the new energies. And so let's hope and pray that this challenging period isn't going to last too long, and that what's on the other side is going to be amazing. We just got to keep that hope up. Yeah. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.